This Sunday's Mother's Day will be extra special for women who are pregnant with their first baby. Many of them are likely studying up on what their baby will need once it's born. So besides the basics like feeding and lots of love, what are some other important needs for newborns? This month's edition of American Baby has some helpful tips for expecting moms. Joining us is Jessica Hartshorn, Senior Lifestyle Editor for American Baby. Thank you and good morning.
Good morning.
And so let's start off. Putting your baby on its back to sleep.
Right, that's a big campaign, back to sleep, which you hear over and over and over again. And this is one of those things that you do right out of the gate. In fact, in the hospital, when they lay your baby in the bassinet, he or she will be on their back. And when you go home, it's the same thing. You might have like older family members who are like, oh, but you know, you used to sleep on your belly and babies sleep so much more comfortably on their belly. But honestly, like the incidence of SIDS have so drastically been reduced just by laying babies on their back to sleep.
And this one, very interesting to me, skip baths.
Yeah, in the beginning for the newborn. Right. Because you know, when they come home, they have this like umbilical cord stump, and you don't want to submerge them in the bathtub until that falls off, and that takes like a week or 10 days. And then even after that, when you think about it, like they're not getting that dirty. They're not out playing in the mud like your older kids. So you can kind of just spot clean them with a washcloth, like a sponge bath. And it's really when they start crawling and they're a little older that you're going to be doing the whole tub time thing, which is, you know, unfortunately at your shower you get all these fun tub toys and like you think about, you know, bubble baths, but that's like a little bit down the road.
All right, so right from the beginning, don't worry about that right away.
Right away.
And also trimming nails. That's even important for adults.
That is something you worry about right away, right? Isn't that funny? Because you imagine bathing your baby, you don't think about trimming their nails, but they come out with like the craziest, sharpest little nails you've ever seen. Only they're like, you know, microscopic. So they sell baby nail clippers, and I suggest trying it when the baby's asleep because otherwise they might move. And you can also, there's baby nail files too, but they actually need their nails taken care of like from the beginning.
And that's pretty simple. You shouldn't be afraid of cutting the baby.
It's going to be scary the first time you try it. It's a little scary, but you'll get the hang of it. You know, another way to do it is wait until they're in their car seat because that holds them, you know, in position, and you just do a quick little snip. I mean, there's not a lot of nail to cut, so.
Of course. And you also suggest, you know, holding off a little bit on story time. Don't be so worried about, you know, breaking out every book right off the bat and reading it to the baby.
Because that's another thing you get, like there's whole baby showers that are just like book showers where you get all these books and toys and stuffed animals, but it takes your baby what seems like a while to be interested in any of that, you know. They don't want to listen to a book till they're like 6 months old. You know, you can read to them before that, but they're not going to really like, you know, sit and listen or actively look at pictures or even like, you know, hug a teddy bear until they sort of get that all together around 4, 5, 6 months. So you don't have to like be crazy about playtime when you have a newborn.
Right, of course. Just lots of cooing and smiling and kisses.
And it's actually like tummy time is a big thing now.
Right.
You hear that is what develops their neck and back muscles, and so much of their strength comes from playing a couple, you know, maybe like 20 minutes a day on their belly, but that's not something you do with a brand new newborn. You wait till they're like, you know, I mean, minimum 3 weeks, maybe more like 2 months before every day you're spending some period of the day with them on their belly, practicing that looking up and reaching and eventually rolling and crawling.
Okay, so tummy time is okay for a half an hour or so, but not for sleeping.
Right, exactly. Tummy time is when they're awake and they're on their back to sleep. You got
it. All right. Well, thank you very much, Jessica. Some very important tips for new moms. Thank you.